Hi, MorganDragonMoon. How are you?
I'm doing well, Kat. How are you?
I'm really good, thank you. And we're doing readings tonight, aren't we? Oh, you are.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wait till we've got some views, and we haven't got any viewers yet.
right.
It's what time are you there now?
It's 10 o'clock p.m.
That's
Central
early.
Time.
That's early.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hard to remember what time is what in what zone. I'm looking at the wrong live. Hold on a sec.
Let's take a look at
It's
something.
not showing up for me on Facebook. Are you seeing it on Facebook?
Am I seeing it on Facebook? Let me take a look here. Let me refresh my Facebook.
Oh, here we go. I've got it now. I just had to refresh it twice.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we've got no viewers yet, so just wait a bit.
Oh, yeah, there we are.
Yeah, got it. So anyone this is watching this repeat our video, please join us on Wednesdays. We have free one-card readings from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. at the show on the show. I mean, sorry, not the website, the show. Every Wednesday now. We're starting that this week, and every half an hour there'll be the focus will be over half an hour each. And also the website, we have that the same times 5 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Free one-card readings at the website.
I'll usually be on late for that because I have to work,
Oh, no, I'm just telling the viewers.
Oh.
Yeah, to go to it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's okay. We'll talk about it later a bit. I was just telling the viewers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We haven't got any. I was just, if anyone watches the video back at the start of it, I was just sort of telling them. They missed the live so they could go to Wednesday to the show again.
So it's 3:02 where you're at, right?
Huh?
It's 3 o'clock where you're at, right?
Yeah, Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, you're 17 hours ahead of me.
Okay. Hi, Teresa. How are you?
Hello.
Teresa's one of our biggest fans.
Well, thank you for coming.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I've got a couple now. Hello. We have someone else joined us. This is MorganDragonMoon. And I'm Kat. I had to show your name. You know, the last live I just did, I forgot your name. I said Morgan. I forgot the rest of it.
That's fine.
It was up in my. It appeared up on the right top of the screen when I forgot it, so I could see it.
Oh.
That's freaky. Oh, we're good.
I'm great.
We're good, Teresa. Thanks, Paddock. Are you good tonight, Morgan? Teresa's asking.
Oh, yeah. I've been pretty good today, yeah.
That's good.
Kind of a slow day for me. I kind of got up a little early and I really didn't do anything until about 11 a.m. So.
Okay. Yeah. We have 7 viewers. Hello, everyone. This is MorganDragonMoon. I'm Kat. And you're doing readings tonight, aren't you? You do mediumship?
I do.
Yeah, are you more psychic or mediumship? What do you think?
I want to say I'm a little bit more of a medium than anything else.
Yeah.
I just kind of recently discovered that I was one. Not that long ago.
Yeah.
And it was more, the first time I actually used my mediumship skills, it was more or less an accident when I did it.
Oh, yeah. Was that your awakening?
Yeah, kind of.
It was. No, when was your awakening? How old were you?
My awakening kind of started back in 2015 that's when I started kind of going down this path. And kind of my more like abilities awakening started in like May or June or something like that a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, I had mine 33 years ago now. Long time.
I am a little bit, but I'm actually pretty good.
Yeah. You're good. You're good at what you're great at what you do.
Mhm.
Hello, Eva. Eva's watching. I just got a message on my Mac, but it hasn't come up on the Facebook. Hello, Eva.
Hello.
We have a
Yeah.
couple of viewers, 2 or 3 viewers. It's different to the studio to Facebook, so I don't know.
Yeah.
The studio says we've got 3, Facebook says we've got 2, so I have no idea. Please say hello. I've got 4. Say hello. This is MorganDragonMoon, and I'm
Hello.
Kat. Yeah, we're from Psychic Wizrard. This is our wizard. You're a wizard, aren't you?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, there's someone around our area that lost their dog, and my mom kept asking me about like what do you get out of this? Like, can you tune in and see like how the dog's doing and stuff like that? And I keep getting that the dog is still alive, but I just don't know exactly where it's at. I keep seeing like it's near a body of water.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like we have coulees and rivers here, and when I said that, my mom's like, "You'd really cross all the way across the river to go to a coulee?" And I was like, I don't really know. I'm not a dog. I don't know how dogs think.
Yeah. Oh, that's sad. It's always sad when an animal pet goes missing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So please say hi to who's watching. If you want, if anyone wants to register tonight, click on the PayPal link. We can get you in the studio too, audio or video, or you can do it message. And please, if subscribe if you're watching YouTube. From YouTube, please subscribe. Yeah, so have you got a busy week ahead of you?
Well, for work, I only work 24 hours this week now, again, because they were doing some cuts with hours because of how full the month is. But they said this is the last week that they're gonna have weird hours like that, and then next week the hours are gonna go kind of back to normal, where they get to pay more hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all right. I'm waiting for some comments to come up in the. So are you getting any comments?
No, I've only got the 3 that popped up before.
Oh, so it's not me, it's not my computer. You've only got 3. We've got 8 people watching. Hello, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'm Kat. This is MorganDragonMoon. We're from Psychic Wizrard. And you're doing readings tonight, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll do readings tonight.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Yeah, so one of the things that I just find really odd is that one of the main accusers during the Salem witch trials, after the whole trial ended, pretty much like vanished completely out of history. Like, it's just kind of suspicious. It's like, why did they all of a sudden disappear? Did like they die, or did I don't know, you know?
I don't know. We'd have to do a show on it, wouldn't we? Talk about it.
Yeah.
A whole show, I reckon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, Eva. Just put a comment up close. Yeah, so what else? What can we talk about? Please put your comments if you're going to talk about something, everyone. Whatever you want to talk about.
Just trying to get this thought in my head. What it is. Is there something going on more up in the skies, like more solar activity or like something with the extraterrestrials now?
Yeah, one of the psychics I got also photos of a UFO in Arizona. I'll send them to you after the show.
I'll have to check that out.
Amazing. Best I've ever seen in my life. Best pics I've ever seen of a UFO.
Yeah, speaking of that, I had a really odd dream, like, I don't know how many months or so ago it was, but I had a dream where I was recruited for the secret space force that the U.S. has.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they wanted me to fill out my name and all that stuff and like where did I previously incarnated from, and then they had like a whole list of star systems on there, and I was like, wait, I recognize some of these names in the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so realistic and
yeah. Weird.
I can drop anything for anyone.
I'm gonna leave you with the audience, have a chat, and I'll speak to you in a bit.
Mercury retrograde. Yeah, Mercury retrograde ends in 2 days, I think. Let me take a look. Oh, here we go. Just going to take a look really quick and see. Yeah. It ends in 2 days. Yeah, 3 days on the 10th. So that'll be nice for everybody who's affected by that. I really don't get affected by Mercury retrograde because I was born during retrograde. Does anybody else feel like that happens at all? Like if you're born during retrograde, that the retrograde won't affect you as much, or will it affect you more? Hello, Kelsey. How's it going? I'm MorganDragonMoon. Hope you all are having a really good night tonight. I am. It's really warm in this room now. I have no idea why. I think it's because I did a little bit of smudging earlier, so definitely a lot of energy in this room now. Yeah, and Venus is supposed to go retrograde May 13th. I don't think Venus goes retrograde very often, does it? Does anybody know? So I usually never hear that Venus ever goes retrograde, and if it does, it's pretty rare, I think. Hello, Sherry. How's it going? I'm MorganDragonMoon. Hope you're having a good night tonight. What else here? Yeah, electronics, that will affect them a lot because Mercury is the planet of communication, and electronic devices are a way of communication, and those are usually affected by it the most. Whatever planets that's in retrograde, like Mercury or Pluto or Saturn or whatever planets, whatever the planet is, affects certain things. Like Mercury is the planet of communication, Venus is the planet of love, Mars is like the planet of aggression and drive. I think Jupiter is something with money or something. No, that's Saturn. I do a bit of both. The medium work, I'm more or less practicing still because I still kind of question my abilities. You know what I mean? Where like you get brand new abilities and you don't know for sure if you're really hearing the person talking to you for the person, or it's your own voice in your head and you're kind of making it up. But there was time where I had a voice in my head that I was communicating to a person's mom, and I asked, "Are you really her mom?" Because there's sometimes where spirits will like to trick you and pretend that they're the person that you're trying to communicate. And it said, "Yes, I am her mom." And where I did it, I have a piece of paper on my door frame that I wrote in a certain letter alphabet. Not in runic. I can't remember what the name of the alphabet is, but yeah, it's kind of hard not to, when you're brand new at it. Yeah, self-doubt. Yep. Yeah, it's self-doubt. When I was growing up, I've always doubted myself. I always not thought I was good enough for anything. I kind of had really low self-esteem. I still kind of do it, and sometimes I was just kind of an outcast in my school. I got blamed for things that I didn't even do, and I got picked on a lot. My school was not a very fun time for me at all, and being around an area where it's really not open to stuff like this, but now it's starting to. It was like the worst times of my life. And I've had people ask me, well, invite me to go to my 10-year high school reunion last year, and I said, no, I don't want to go because I don't want to see any of those people, honestly, because some of them I wasn't really friends with at all. Yeah, I do know that. Yeah, there was times where people made fun of me because most of the time I was always talking to myself and having conversations with myself, because that's how I process sometimes information. Like, I try to work things out to myself, like stories. I write. I love writing. I love fictional stories. I love telling stories about different universes that possibly exist. I feel like the information that I have for a story, when it comes out, I'm pulling out of another universe and telling a different story thing. Yeah, I can do that.
No, we're not doing that tonight. We're not doing the free readings. This is the readings at pay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's when another day we have that, which is a new promotion, a new thing we're starting for the week. It's going to be announced tomorrow.
Okay.
But thank you.
Yeah, thanks. What else? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to think of something to say. I get a little nervous sometimes. Yeah, I live in North Dakota, and I just heard on the news today that we got, oh, well, not North Dakota, but next door, Minnesota, just got their first case of the virus. It was I can't remember how old the person was, but they were an elderly person, and they just came back like in February from a cruise. I think it was the same cruise ship that got quarantined from so long. I'm not 100% sure. And they didn't know that he had it until he went to the hospital and got checked out for it. And there's 48 people in Minnesota that they're currently watching right now, but they're all tested negative right now. But I guess I'm not really worried about it coming to North Dakota. And if it does, it does. Hello, Donna. How's it going? Because I feel like the news and everything is just trying to use the fear of this virus to cause more panic, because honestly, they don't really care about you at all. They don't care about your health. All they care about is the ratings and feeding off of your fear emotion. It's like food for them. They've been doing that for years. They start wars to cause fear emotions to come. They start reporting on a virus, fear emotions. I mean, it's like the same thing that happened 2012 or something like that, where the H1N1 came out, and that was kind of a big thing back then. And they kept saying, "Oh yeah, we got the vaccination for H1N1. Go and get it." And it's like, I'm not gonna get it, because I felt like there's some kind of ulterior motive for them, like all of a sudden saying, "Oh yeah, they have a thing for it now, so go get it." And I was like, they really have a vaccine for something that they were all scared about, and they haven't actually tested it at all yet? Which, in my opinion, didn't make sense. Oh, I was going to show you something I sometimes do readings with. I'm not going to do a reading with these cards tonight, though, but I got these cards called the Dragon Oracle deck. It's by, I can't remember who the author was. Oh, wait, hold on. I got the book right here. It's by Diana Cooper. This is the book. You can see it. That comes with the deck. And how long is a mini reading? That's actually a really good question. Kat, do you happen to know how long a reading usually is for someone?
They could go up to like for 5 to 10 minutes.
5 to 10 minutes?
Yeah, depends.
Okay.
You know what messages come through for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, maybe wanted to know. Okay. Sure.
Thanks for that. Yeah, here's some of the cards with this deck I have. Got really cool messages. Oh, that one's upside down. Sorry. Haven't used this deck in a long time. I love dragons, so when I saw that they had something like this, I just had to get it, and it's just really great artwork in here. I'll find which one's my favorite one in here. This one. This one is my favorite card right here. Dark Blue Galactic Dragon. Thanks. Oh, and here's what the back of the cards look like. That's just such a cool symbol. It would be an awesome tattoo if anybody had one like that. Oh. I guess I'm kind of feeling this way because the full moon is supposed to be coming up soon. I think it's supposed to come up tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Or is it already the full moon on the other side of the planet? I don't know, but the full moon is just gets me feeling that way. Yeah, dragons are amazing. I connect with them a lot. Almost like I feel like I've been a dragon before, or that I am one. I just fell in love with them when I was younger, and what's that one movie called? Sleeping Beauty. That's it. The cartoon movie Sleeping Beauty, where Maleficent turns into the dragon, and then the prince or whatever kills that dragon. I was actually sad when that happened because I love that dragon. I love how that dragon looked. It just the black and like like the purple and the yellowish green flame that it had. It looked like how I would see myself being as a dragon. But like the dragons I really love are the ones that are over in China and Asia, the ones with like the serpent kind of body, like you would see on a Chinese buffet, or you know what I mean, like a Chinese dragon. I just love those dragons a lot because the European dragons were more or less seen as evil by people, whereas the Chinese dragon were more or less seen as gods or goddesses, and they were either benevolent or malevolent depending on how you treated them. And what's that country called? Bhutan. There's a country called Bhutan, and it's called I think it's called the Dragon Kingdom, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look that up really quick here. Let's see here. Oh, the king of Bhutan is called the Dragon King. I think that's pretty cool. And then Bhutan's got the flag is like this, where one part is yellow and one part's orange, and then in the center is a white Chinese dragon. And then their emblem is red and gold, and it has two dragons in the center with a spiral vortex. It's really interesting. Bhutan, it looks like it's near India and Tibet. It's a landlocked country near the Himalayan mountains. I would love to go to that country if I ever do someday. It just sounds like a really neat country to go to. And then yeah, I'd love to travel someday internationally. I don't know where first though. What was I gonna say? Have any of you traveled internationally before, outside of your own country, or where are you actually from? To me, international travel is more or less crossing the border either to go to Canada or go to Mexico, and I haven't been to either one since before they needed your passport to go across the border, because all I needed a long time ago was just my ID and a birth certificate. Now you actually need either the real ID for the land border or the passport. And if you live in the US, I would highly suggest you get the passport because it lasts 10 years and you can go anywhere with that passport. Whereas the landlocked border ID, you're only allowed to either go to Canada or Mexico with that. Excuse me 1 second, I just need water. Excuse me. So, Kentucky. I flew into Tennessee before, Memphis, if I remember. Yeah, it was Memphis. I flew out of Grand Forks, then we hopped over to Minneapolis, then we hopped over to Tennessee, and then finally we landed in Oklahoma City. This is a long time ago when we decided to fly down to see my dad when he was working in Oklahoma. My dad, he does paintless dent repair and hail damage repair on vehicles. So sometimes he travels in the US wherever there's a hailstorm or like a big storm that causes hail damage on vehicles. And a lot of times he's been traveling west of the state of North Dakota, like out near Bismarck and Garrison, kind of like in the center of the state. There's been times where we've traveled up north near Bottineau, kind of near the Turtle Mountain Reservation. I have relatives that live in Belcourt. They're I think they're related to us by marriage. I'm not really sure. I've been to Florida before. My background, I got that from Amazon.com. I was looking for this particular background, but the only difference about this one is I was looking for one that was with the northern hemisphere. This is the southern hemisphere. So this is like what you would see if you were in Australia or New Zealand. This is the southern sky. So like past the equator, you'd be seeing the sky. And if I'm not mistaken, do I know the name of it? Not off the top of my head. I can look really quick on Amazon. So I remember I have it on my past order list. If Amazon loads. Let's see here. It's southern hemisphere. That's why you see I think the star right there is Claus Australis. So that that pretty much gives away the what hemisphere it is. And then there's sorry, it's just hard to do this while you're doing the webcam thing. And Claus Borealis and all the other stars. I more or less picked it because the moon in the background. I was hoping to get the northern hemisphere one, but I couldn't find a northern hemisphere one, so it's still nice. Oh, here we go. It's called Moon Constellations Tapestry by Martine Mall. I ordered the 70 by 92 one. Oh, I just saw that when I ordered it. No, it's a tapestry, so it's screen, well, not screen printed. It's printed fabric, that you can hang up on a wall, like you see at some yoga studios. You see like a chakra tapestry or something distracted me there. I'm sorry. I think it might have been a Faye or something. I don't know. Yeah, I love it too. It's really it's big on my wall. And I have another tapestry right over there. It's the one with the wheel of the year, and it has all the different holidays. So yeah, if any of you want a reading, definitely click on the PayPal link and I will totally do a reading for you, 15-minute reading for you tonight. The it says it's sold by Martine Mall. It doesn't say who exactly designed it though. If that makes sense to you, or if you're able to get that. And then what else? I was talking about my walls. Now I just lost track. Oh, and then I have a poster over here. It's from an anime I like. It's called Strike Witches. It's an alternate history anime that takes place in World War II, where they're fighting against aliens and they're using like these machines that are strapped to their legs. It's a good show, but you definitely don't want to watch it if you're under a certain age, because there's just a lot of I'm not going to go into that. But I like the show, not because of the storyline, and there was just one character I really liked on the show because I connected with her a lot. She kind of felt like she really didn't belong in the group and kind of felt like she got in the way. And then a friend of her helped her get her confidence back, and then she kind of started feeling like she belonged in the group, and then she started growing, and I kind of felt like she had the similar story like I did, except she comes from a family where she has 8 in total for she's got a mom and dad and then 8 siblings counting her. So yeah, she's from a big family. And the Earth in that series looks really weird. Like Europe and Asia and Africa kind of look the same geographically. North and South America just look like something literally picked up both continents and just butchered it up. It's funny. In the United States, it's called the United States of Liberia. And the UK is called the Commonwealth of Britannia. And France in that series is called Gallia, like its historic name. Germany is called Karlsland for some reason. I have no idea why. And they're not fascist in that universe. They're actually they're still like the German Empire pre-World War One, but after World War One, where they have World War II technology. So in a sense, where the Central Powers would have won, universe kind of thing. Which that's an interesting story. If you ever read stories about that, where the Central Powers win versus World War, like how history would have been different, like how they have manipulated this and this, because in reality, all of man's history has been all manipulated by stuff, series of events that don't happen by accident, if you kind of get what I mean. But yeah, the Second World War and the First World War, those were really dark times in humanity's history, in my opinion, besides the Dark Ages and the medieval times. Just thinking about it just makes me really sad because I felt like I was there. And I still feel really connected to it. I can't even watch historical documents anymore without historical documentaries anymore without getting emotional and feeling connected to it. There's just sometimes where I just wish I could just go to some peaceful realm and just stay there. That's way ahead of it's time for technology, almost like kind of like something from Star Trek, like that kind of peaceful technology thing. Or somewhere far enough in the future where you're able to travel to different worlds and see different species of life, and it just would be really fascinating for me, and I feel like that's something that might happen to me eventually. I don't know. All I know is that Earth has not had a really peaceful point of history at all. Well, maybe for a few times that is. But it's kind of quiet in here tonight. If you guys have any questions, just leave a comment or something. Like, ask me what I feel about certain events and stuff like that.
Hey, do you want to do a group card?
Sure.
Okay. It's up to you. You can if you want.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. So I will do your card then. Hello. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good night. All right. Oh, that's a good card. So I drew this card for everybody. Reunions. And that's a pretty good one. I drew that card multiple times for different people I've done readings for. And usually sometimes it means like you're gonna get back together with a family member, a lost love or something is gonna come back in your life. A business meeting could possibly happen. Let me tune in and see what I get. I keep getting stuff with travel. I keep seeing like aircraft, decorations. It's something with travel. I'm getting like you're gonna be traveling somewhere and seeing someone that you haven't seen in a long time. So how the prize wheel works, you follow them on Facebook, and I think there's some way that you're able to spin the prize wheel. I know Kat would be able to tell you more about that.
Yeah, you just the link above the video stream, so the prize will link. You just press that, and you win a prize at the website. Is that easy.
Yeah. So the reunions card is a good thing. I'm getting really good stuff with that card. Not detecting anything with the virus about that, so there's nothing to worry about with that. Oh, that makes sense. Graduations are coming up. Sorry if I look really tired. I didn't go to sleep last night until 2 a.m, so that's why I look kind of tired or sad in a way. High school reunions, not reunions, graduations are coming up, like university graduations, high school graduations. So that usually draws in family members from wherever. So I see that coming for someone. Someone's going to have a graduation party they're going to, and they're going to be meeting relatives that they haven't seen in a long time. Oh man, that's not going to be good for me if that's the case for me. I just got that someone really close to my family is going to be dying soon. And I already know who it is. Because my uncle recently, he had a mediumship reading done with a really good friend of mine, Jenny, and he was talking to his son, and his son pretty much said, be prepared for who's going to be passing away next, and he pretty much said that it's going to be my grandmother passing away, and I've had that feeling for a while too. Before that happened, I see. For me, every year there's always 3 deaths in our family. It's almost like a curse, or no, not really a curse, but like it's kind of like a curse, but yet not really. It's always death in our family always comes in 3s. I don't know why. I don't know the significance of that, but I'm gonna look into that and see what the significance is for that. Hello, Brandy. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Yeah, so I have a feeling it's gonna be my grandmother that's gonna be passing away soon. She's in her 80s or something. I can't remember how old she is. She's in her 80s, like 86 or something. And lately she's been having a hard time walking. Like there'd be times where she'll lose her balance and fall, and she did recently. I had to go to the hospital for her, but she was fine. She was able to get out of the hospital, and she looked like she got in a really bad bar fight, almost like how bruised up her face was and a little bit of stitches and stuff. My aunt normally never helps my grandmother walk to and from places. That's usually my uncle and my dad that helps her with that. But yeah, I think she's gonna be passing away soon. Sometime this month, I have a feeling. And then I have another relative that's really close to passing away too. He's starting to really disconnect from his body. He's kind of giving up. I think he's 78 now, almost in his 80s. He's diabetic. He's just not has energy anymore. He's pretty much sitting in a house the whole entire day all by himself. His family usually never comes to see him. His own son hardly ever does anything with him. His own son. He's more obsessed with the local athletic games than actually spending time with his dad. Oh, that's going to be a mess when that happens, because stuff with the house and all the stuff that he has in there, we got to have to sort through all that. Other than that, I don't see anything else really bad happening. Probably there's got to be another death. I know that. There's always threes, and I know one for sure. There's one relative in my family that has stage 4 cancer, and we thought he was going to go in January, and he's still around. So who knows? Maybe something happened where he got a second wind. I don't know when he's going to go. We thought he was going to go in January, but he got done with his treatments and stuff. But I still don't think he's out of the woods yet. I still think he's going to be passing away this year, because he did this one video and pretty much spilled a lot of dark stuff about our family stuff that I didn't even know about. So the question is, why would he do something like that? And the first thing I thought of was, well, maybe the fact that he knows he's dying and he wanted to get all the stuff off his chest before he's going to leave. So, yeah. Threes. It's always threes for me. Almost like an unholy trinity. Oh, what else? I was just checking something here really quick. What's the next planet that's going to go retrograde? Yeah. I have a feeling that too. By the way, the next planet that's going to be going in retrograde after Mercury goes out of retrograde will be Venus. So, and that's going to be in retrograde until June 25th. And I'll be in the sign of Pisces, not Pisces, sorry, Gemini for 43 days. So, I have a feeling people's relationships are going to be kind of volatile that time, or something like that, because Venus in retrograde. Venus is the planet of love. So that's going to affect the love. That's going to affect people's love lives. I have a feeling like people are going to be put to the ultimate test that time. So 43 days total for that retrograde. So hopefully nobody's in really rocky relationships during that time, because I don't foresee anything good happening with that. I really hope this one relationship that my cousin's in finally ends, because the person that she's going out with is not a very good person, and he's been in jail a couple times, and I'm just really hoping that if he does go to jail, that this will finally be the time where my cousin finally sees that, why am I wasting my life on this person that's going to be going to jail for fraud and the drug charges? Why am I wasting my life on them? But I don't know. A situation like that, I'm staying out of, because it's not my place to get involved in that. But my family just likes to, when they feel like something bad is happening where they need to intervene, they intervene. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get into head that, hey, this person's not a good person. You need to leave this person because he's not going to be raising you up. He's just going to be dragging you down. And it's kind of like same thing that happened to her mom. At least that's what they said. But that's stuff I really don't need to deal with. I'm just going to stay out of it. So when is Mars going to go retrograde? September 9th. So you won't have to worry about Mars going in retrograde anytime soon. That's going into retrograde on the 9th. That'll be in the sign of Aries, so it will be in the sign of the ruling of its ruling. I'm trying to say it's going to be in its ruling sign. Sorry, my words were getting mixed up there. Jupiter, May 14th is when it's going to go into retrograde. May 11th is when Saturn's going to go into retrograde. Uranus, August 15th. Neptune, June 23rd. Pluto, April 25th. The node's still in retrograde. It's going to be in retrograde until the whole entire year. Lilith is always direct. And Chiron will be going in retrograde July 11th. So those are all the next retrogrades if you're all wanting to know that. Because I know everybody always talks about Mercury retrograde, but there's other planets that go retrograde too. So, and in my opinion, they're a little bit more potent than Mercury in retrograde, because Mercury in retrograde affects the communication and stuff like that, where Venus is love, Mars is aggression, Saturn, I think it's usually with money. No, it's Jupiter or something. Jupiter or Saturn's the one with money. Neptune is emotions and stuff with psychic abilities, I think. Pluto, that's like the dark aspects, I think. Because Pluto is normally associated with the dark stuff, or like dark emotions and stuff like that. The ruling sign in that one is Scorpio. And I just find Scorpio sign fascinating. And I'm Virgo, but I'm more or less superior to the world as a Capricorn, because that's what my rising sign is. It's Capricorn ascendant. And I found out some pretty interesting dark stuff about my ascendant being Capricorn. I'm going to read that off really quick before we go. Where are you at? So the weaknesses of the rising sun Capricorn is illiberal, a bigot, cruel, unremorseful, vindictively malicious, resentful, dishonest, mendacious, narrow, and intolerant. Those are like the dark aspects of it. The strengths are serious, grounded, practical, reliable, factual, cool, taciturn, meritocratic, capable, patting, efficient, competitive, relatable, and focused. Oh, wow. We only got 40 seconds left. So I hope you all had a really good evening tonight.
Hello. Thank you for doing the show. It was really good.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks to everyone for watching. And we'll see you next time. When you're on again?
I will be on again next Saturday, I think at 9 o'clock this time. I'll have to double check.
Okay, we'll see. Yeah, I think it is that time.
Yep.
Yeah, it was something like that. Do you want me to have a look? I'll have a look so I can tell everyone. Just
All right.
it's for next Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me have a look.
Check in here too.
It will be the 15th at. Are you Eastern Standard Time?
I am Central Standard Time.
Oh, I've got Eastern Standard Time. It's at 10 o'clock. So you
That'd
would
be 9 o'clock here, Central.
So it was right what you said.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, we'll see you next Saturday at 9 o'clock. Thanks everyone for watching.
Thank you all for watching. Have a good night.